Hi. Hi guys. Hello. Hi. What's happening? Hi guys. Okay, 1 second. Hi guys. I'm getting ready again, so we're gonna get ready together again because I just like getting ready with you guys. What can I say? How's everyone doing? I'm doing good. Still in London, as you can see. Still on my trusty little toilet seat. And yeah, today I am, sorry, the window is open, but like the camera is like on the edge of the window and I can't put it there unless the windows are open. So I'm like really worried that there's gonna be mad background noise because there's a plane going past us right now. There's literally like ambulances every 2 seconds and birds. It's also raining, so I think we should be fine. I think we're fine. Okay, so today I am going to see my mom on a photo shoot. She is, well, she's a model, supermodel actually, she would say. And also so would everyone else. Yeah, she's a model, she's on a photo shoot. I think it's for another magazine, but I could be so wrong about that. I don't really, it's definitely a magazine shoot, but I don't know which magazine. I just went to a party for Toilet Paper Magazine. They had a collab with a bag company and the name is escaping me just because I have a terrible memory apparently, which I actually didn't realize, but I do. Another plane. The weather is like quite miserable unless you like grey skies and like drizzly rain. It's not even like proper dramatic rain. It's like annoying drizzle rain. Please just no one drive down the street for like 2 seconds. I'm gonna leave honestly in like 20 minutes. Why do I do this to myself every single time? Don't know. Today I'm literally gonna wear this t-shirt, which I actually love. Says I'm very cute, very alone. And then I got these juicy sweatpants the other day at a thrift store, which actually has a matching zip-up hoodie. So I'm gonna wear that and sneakers. Which like, this is a comfy outfit, but like I actually do like it. So I kind of put effort into it. It's not just like random. But anyway, I'm gonna start with some foundation. I'm gonna really try and do like a light thing today because it is the daytime, you know, and I'm not gonna like go crazy during the day. I don't know what to do with my eyes though, because I kind of want to do something a little different to what I did last time, so I'm not just like repeating myself. Like I want to see if I put some like pink on my eyes or something. I don't know. It's about 3:30 and I'm trying to just catch the end of the shoot so we can kind of go home together, as opposed to like me going there and then like leaving and she's like still there. Just like a glorified, you know, chauffeur. I don't know why I'm forgetting everything, even though I don't have a car, so technically I'm just like picking her up in a taxi, which she could just do by herself, but you know, I don't know. Okay, so just doing a super light coat of my Luminous Silk Giorgio Armani foundation. Just gonna pat that in. Yeah, I've been in London for about a little over a week now, and I think I'm gonna go home Tuesday, so like a few days from now. Though it's like quite cold here, I've honestly become very used to being here and I kind of don't want to leave, but I know it's like just me not wanting to leave my parents and family and stuff. I might go to New York on the way home for a bit and see some people I need to see, but I haven't really decided yet, so I'll let you guys know. Since I've been here, I've been seeing friends, seeing family, doing little bits of work, but like mostly just like relaxing and catching up with people, drinking a lot of cups of tea and just like pretty much eating. I wouldn't say I was eating terribly here, but like just did like a lot of just like celebratory meals, you know? It was really nice to have this sort of break right after this film festival, because the film festival, though it wasn't very long, like every day leading up to the festival for about 3 months was kind of crazy because I was like trying to make the film, get things together. I actually had to end up filming this film in like 3 days, which was insane because the dates were changed and everything. But making a film is like so much planning and so much thinking, you know, you can't just sort of like, well, I guess some people do, but from my experience, I couldn't just sort of take a camera and go outside and just start filming random stuff. Like there was a lot of thought that had to go into everything, especially in a short film, because it's like really, you don't have much time to tell what you want to tell. I was asked to make the film while I was finishing my semester at college, right before summer, which obviously if anyone's at college, they know like the end of the semester is literally insane. And then I think I had like one day where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like chill for a second. And then straight from that, I went into sort of like director mode and I just started, you know, planning the film and getting things together and figuring things out. So really I just didn't have any downtime till like now, basically. So yeah, it's been really nice, and I've been really trying to let myself just relax because I find it really hard to just sit around and do nothing. This trip has been so nice because for some reason I've just been letting myself, you know, take time to not do too much, go on YouTube a bit, then it's like dinner time and I just like order dinner in. Like I'm just like letting myself be okay with those days because usually those days would freak me out. But I've had a few of those days and, you know, felt great, felt wonderful. And honestly, recharging your battery is productive, you know? I think we think that being productive just means like running around and getting this done and doing that and running errands and traveling and writing this and like finishing that and sending this in. But honestly, like production, like all of that stuff, all of that productivity can't work unless you let yourself relax. So it's all part of the cycle of being productive. And you know, I have had in mind to make my short film a feature film, which is really exciting. And I definitely can write some stuff while I'm here, but I think there's something about being in LA that makes me sort of push myself a little harder, especially with things like movies, you know? I guess you're in the center of it all, so it's sort of like pushes you to get up and do it, whereas here I'm a bit more like, it seems so far away from me. It doesn't seem like it's in my face right here. It just kind of feels like a thought. So I would like to get back and start doing some stuff, you know? But anyway, yeah, I'm here for like 4 more days, and I know that when I get home it's gonna be probably not as crazy as it was before I left, but it's definitely gonna start, things are gonna start building up, things are gonna start happening again. Projects are gonna come about and I'm gonna have to sort of get on things. I also really would like to start painting again. I literally haven't painted for so long. I did that video where I was like painting a nude and I had gotten literally to the bit where I had showed you and I haven't done anything else to that painting, so I really like to start doing that. And I just know when I go back to LA I'm gonna like, it's gonna all like rev up much more. So I'm taking these few days and I'm really forcing myself to relax. Not doing anything too crazy. Today is not going to be crazy at all. I'll probably be at this photo shoot for about 20 minutes and then leave. But I never see my mum work and she just happened to have a photo shoot while I was here. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go see it because it's kind of fun. And also like nice for her to have visitors, I think. So yeah. Longchamp. That is the bag company that collabed with toilet paper and I went to the opening party the other day. I just remembered. So there we go. And the party was it was so interesting. I love Toilet Paper magazine because it's so like unusual and like artsy and stuff. I think it is an art magazine. The party was as if you had like walked into the magazine. They had these 2 male models who were so muscular and ripped. They almost looked like, they looked fake almost. You know, they looked just like pristine, nothing wrong with them. And they were wearing these boxer shorts, like, and they were like as in boxers, like fighters, and you could go like take pictures with the boxers in the underpants. You could take pictures with them, and then they had other areas where you could take pictures, and I took a picture. There was like this big giant banana that you could sit on. I took a picture on that. And yeah, I wasn't there for very long and I left, and then I was with my dad, so I went out for dinner with my dad after. So yeah, that party was kind of weird but also kind of fun. But I say fun, I like really wasn't there for very long. But I wore a really cute outfit. My mum styled me, and I wore this cute pink top and I wore this J.W. Anderson dungaree dress kind of thing with pink heels. And I realized that I kind of looked a bit like Barbie themed, but that definitely was not the intention. That was just accidental. I love pink, always have, always will. I think it's my favorite color, so I'm just sort of like always wearing pink. But I definitely did realize as I was like walking the streets of London, I saw a lot of posters for the Barbie movie, and I was like, yeah, it does look a bit like I dressed for the film, but I didn't. So if there's anything wrong with dressing for the Barbie film, but I just wanted to say that that was not really my intention, considering also that I was not even going to a Barbie themed party, so that would kind of make no sense if I was like Barbie themed. Anyway, but yeah, like going to that party was kind of like one of the few things that I've done other than relax here. I've gone out to see friends. I have a lot of like friends that I wanted to catch up with here, and the last few times I've come to London, for some reason I've come in the winter time. And obviously it's raining and grey today, but it's definitely been lighter for longer than it is in the winter, and there have definitely been days where it is like warm-ish. But yeah, the other few times I've come here, I've definitely come during the winter time. My birthday is in January, so I think a couple times I've come for my birthday, and then last year I came for New Year's. So yeah, I came for New Year's, and then I came for a birthday the year before, and then I think the year before I came for my birthday again. So that was January, December. And it's definitely a different vibe when you come here in the summer. Though the weather is not that much better, it's definitely warmer, and you're definitely able to go and do things way more. And people are just like willing to go and hang out, as opposed to like in winter, like people are not really willing to hang out that much. They kind of just want to stay in. And then everyone just stays at home and like no one sees each other, and that is exactly what happened the last few times I came here. I came for about a week. Inevitably, I will get sick when I come to a cold place. So every time I've come to London, the last 3 times, I've arrived, been jet lagged. And by the way, the long dark days in London do not help with jet lag. Like, it makes it so much worse. And then I get sick. So I'm like sick and jet lagged, and it's dark and cold, and I don't know, I romanticize London in the winter because I think like, oh, it's like Christmassy and beautiful, and like there's all these like cute markets you can go to, and like London really like thrives in the winter. But I'm just like kidding myself, and it doesn't, and it's much better in the summer. So if you want to come to London, I would definitely suggest you come in the summertime. Also, what else helped this trip just be a little bit smoother was the fact that I came from Italy. So I flew from LA to New York to Italy, then to London, which definitely helped with the jet lag, because LA to London jet lag is like the worst jet lag I've ever experienced. It's 8 hours different. You basically can't sleep all night, and then during the day you're just so tired and you feel depressed and horrible. So we also didn't have that, so that was much better. By the way, sorry, again, I'm using my Kosas in East 1.5C, and now I'm putting my Rare Beauty blush on, and I got this in Grace, and this is a matte one. They had this other color, I think it was called Happy, which I really wanted, but they had run out. I think that's the most popular color, and I'm putting it on my cheeks. So this trip has really been great. I know I mentioned. Basically, I'm sure a lot of you know, because I mention it all the time, I'm sorry, but I'm sober. I've been sober for 2.5 years now, and I did a lot of my partying in London. I mean, I grew up here, so I did a lot of partying in London and had a lot of very scary, depressing times here. I don't think I enjoyed my life here very much when I was growing up here. I always wanted to escape. I have really weird like PTSD from certain parts of London. Like, I get triggered by a lot of stuff when I'm here, and that has always kind of scared me of going back home. And so when I got sober, I was obviously like very nervous to go back home, and like the first few times I came back to London after being sober really were not that fun. I didn't like being here, made me depressed, made me anxious. I didn't go out, I didn't see anyone, I didn't like being in certain areas of London, basically any area of London I didn't like. Yeah, I just didn't like any of it. It scared me, it reminded me of things that I didn't want to be reminded of, and I've really been trying to break that connection with like me being an addict and me living in London, because obviously I was also an addict in LA, just for a lot less time. I mean, I'm always an addict, but I was active for much less time in LA than I was here. So LA for me like didn't really get tainted too badly. I sort of stopped everything kind of like quick enough for me to sort of be like, okay, you know what, I can make better memories here. But London, I didn't, you know, London, it's taken me definitely a long time to love it again, and I can honestly say that every single trip I come here, I have a better and better time. I go out more, I see my friends more, I experiment with places more. I can go to the pub and not feel like weird and just like drink like a lemon cordial water and just like feel great and not feel crazy and like scared and like worried that I'm gonna like bump into someone that I know from the past, or just be like anxious. And even if I, you know, even now, like even if I did bump into someone from the past, I'm just like comfortable in my sobriety that I don't think it would like freak me out as much as maybe it would before. So for anyone that like has that and has sort of connections with certain places where they, you know, traumatic things happened, like I won't say it can definitely repair itself, but for me, like each time I come here it's better. And this is honestly, I love being here, I honestly don't even want to leave. which is new for me. I went out with my friends the other day to like a bar in Soho, and like Soho is where I did a lot of my drinking and a lot of my like weird, you know, weird behaviors. And definitely definitely there was a point in the night where it was a bit later and like a lot drunker people started coming out and sort of being a bit like annoying, you know, nothing bad, but just like a bit like in your face. And so I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go home now, like I think I've done it. But you know, that was a few hours into the night, and I think honestly anyone would sort of, unless they were drunk, like I feel like anyone at that point is, you know, you're tired, people are getting drunker, you're just a bit like, okay, I'm gonna go home now. Like I've done what I needed to do, I had a good time, and now, yeah. And it's like so nice to be here and like not be hungover and not be regretting every decision I've made, not be regretting like everything I've done and like everything I've said, and just being like feeling like it's like a constant state of sort of like embarrassment, I would say, and shame. And it's so nice to be here and not have that, and like go out for nice breakfast and like discover like cool food places that I like, and nice coffee shops and charity shops. I've been absolutely going insane at the charity shops. And you know, you're building relationships with my friends and my family that were maybe broken a little bit, or just sort of not, you know, where I would have wanted them to be. And I have two very young little brothers, and it's so nice that I can like hang out with them and play with them and go to the park with them and be like a big sister, as opposed to like being hungover and like not being able to like go and just like being like, oh, when like I'm so bored, like I'm not doing drugs, like this is so boring, you know, which is like I used to be like. So sorry, that was like a random tangent I went on, but I just want to say like that is something like every time I come to London, that's a big thing for me, like relearning about London, you know, getting to know it better. Yeah, so honestly again, like I've been relaxing, but that is sort of productive for me, learning to love where I'm from again. Because London didn't do anything wrong, I was just sort of, you know, in a state of fear. I wasn't a happy person when I was here, and that's not London's fault, that's my fault. Obviously when I moved to LA, I didn't like stop being an addict when I moved. I still was, just for like a lot less time because it got crazy there and I had to, you know, stop. So yeah, that's been really, really nice. And I'm like so thankful that I get to be there for people that need me and that I get to make amends. I've been doing my amends a bit here with some family and stuff, which has like been really nice and uplifting and just freeing. And yeah, so I've been really, really enjoying this trip very, very much. And also, you know, I didn't really like film YouTube videos, not that I've been doing like loads while I'm here, but this is sort of the first time where I'm like comfortable and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna like film some stuff, I'm gonna like bring my work here, and that's gonna be a whole new thing that I didn't do here before, and it's great. So yeah, I'm happy, I'm very happy here, but it is time to go. And like next time I come, hopefully it'll be even better, fingers crossed. Don't want to jinx that, but fingers crossed. Where's my phone? Okay, now I'm gonna do a little bronzer. Patrick Ta. What is this? I actually was given this, I didn't even buy it myself, but what is the creme? No, that's not it. Is there a name for this, or is this just one color for everyone? Kind of weird. I don't have the answer to that, but it's this color. Also, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but this might make me a huge nerd, but I'm like honestly kind of missing school. You know, having that structure is good for me, and is something that I'm like slightly missing now, because I definitely don't have a structure right now, and I'm not sort of like spiraling without it, but I am kind of missing it. I'm kind of missing like my drive into school and like having somewhere to go and having a bit more of a schedule. And I think I go back to school in September, so that's still not for a while, but I just want to say I kind of miss school, which again is something that London Rita in the past would have never said, because I didn't like commitment back then, because it was not clear whether I would be hungover or anxious or depressed enough to get to the plans that I made. And now I can like commit myself to things, which is a really nice feeling. Tonight I might go see the Mission Impossible film. If anyone's seen it, let me know what they think. I actually really like going to the cinema. I know that's like something that people don't do as much as they used to, but, and like I don't do it as much as I used to, definitely. I used to go to the cinema all the time, and now it's like kind of a rare occasion, but every time I go I love it. And for people that say like, oh, I could just watch the movie at home, like it's not really the same. I do understand what you mean, because like basically I do that all the time, but once you actually get yourself to a movie theatre and like there's the big screen and like there's the other people watching it and reacting to the film with you, and there's like the snacks and the popcorn and like everything. It is a whole different experience. There is the argument that you might not concentrate on the film as much at home. I mean at the cinema and actually at home. I think there are arguments against both, because I think in the cinema sometimes I get a little distracted by like everything going on around me, but then at home like I'm definitely on my phone too much, or I'm like checking things, or I'm like going to the kitchen to get snacks or like get a cup of tea. I've literally mentioned cup of teas in this video 20 times, but it's a big thing for me. So yeah, I might, after I see my mum at the shoot, I might go to that. There are little movie theaters around where I'm staying, but I don't know, I kind of like going like, I kind of like going into Leicester Square, like into the town, because I know I said I went out into Soho the other night and I had a good time, and I did, I wasn't lying, but I would rather go to like a pub sort of wherever my friends are, which is not central London. None of my friends live in central London. They live in like Islington and like Stoke Newington and stuff like that, so I would much rather sort of like go to those places than go, you know, get a little non-alcoholic beverage at a pub where it's a bit quieter. But I do like central London, and so like when I can do stuff other than partying, like going to the cinema or like going out for dinner, I do quite like going into town because it's kind of like a bit more exciting, especially like where I'm living is quite quiet. So it's a nice, you know, contrast, just like switch it up a little bit. I'm just using this Revlon line creator. I'm using the little charcoal crayon side, and I'm just putting it under my eyes, and then I sort of blend it out. Again, I want to look like I woke up from a night out. That's the eye look I'm kind of going for. Oh, okay, so wait, hold on. I'm gonna get a Q-tip and just blend it with the Q-tip. Basically, I have been debating recently whether I'm gonna dye my hair something other than blonde. And my hair naturally is like a dark, mousy blonde, but quite dark. I would say if my hair was any darker naturally, it would be brown. But yeah, it's like a dark, mousy blonde. And I have been dyeing my hair blonde, this kind of blonde, for I think literally since I was about 15, so for like 10 years. And I'd had a little break. I kind of had like slight mental breakdown and when I was living in downtown LA, and so I like dyed my hair naturally brown, natural. I dyed my hair as natural as I could, brown, and like cut it all off, and honestly it was kind of cute. But I think right now I want to keep my hair long, and I don't really, on me, like long brown hair. It's just like something about it doesn't look right. I like short brown hair on me, but not long brown hair, and I'm like definitely not prepared to cut my hair anytime soon. So I was actually considering maybe dyeing my hair black, which sounds quite terrifying. So I actually bought a black wig from Amazon to see what I would look like with black hair. And first of all, before you say, Rita, why did you spend money on a wig? Why didn't you just go on one of those hair changing apps? Okay, I did. I downloaded all of the hair changing apps, and all of them are absolutely terrible. So if you are in the app development industry, please make a good one, because every single one I tried would basically just change a little bit of my hair color and leave the rest like as it is in the picture. So yeah, that like did not work at all. So I went on Amazon and I got like a cheap but kind of like good quality wig. And again, that's not exactly gonna give you a proper picture of what you would look like with black hair, just because first of all the wigs that you buy are so thick. My hair after all the bleaching and stuff is like not that thick, it's pretty flat and thin. So obviously if you put a big like thick wig on, your hair's gonna look completely different if you just dye it. And of course like the color, you know, there's like 100 types of black, so are you gonna get that exact wig color? Do you even want that exact wig color? It's like very hard to sort of really get an actual proper idea of what it's gonna look like, even if you buy a wig. But anyway, I can't tell what I think. I'm gonna show you guys what I look like with the wig on. I did try it with no makeup on and it looked absolutely insane, probably mostly because my eyebrows are bleached, and that works if I have blonde hair, but if I have black hair, that I kind of looked a bit like a gremlin, like, so yeah, I feel like I'd have to bring my eyebrows back, which I'm like not that excited to do. But I'm gonna try it on when I have makeup on and like see if that makes it look any better, because honestly, if I was judging by how I looked with no makeup on and just the wig on, I would say I would never ever in my entire life in a million years ever dye my hair black because I looked absolutely insane, and not in a good way, just bad insane, not like kind of like edgy cool insane. No, it wasn't. It was bad. I am not a mascara connoisseur. Like, I don't know when a mascara is good, I don't know when it's bad, I don't have a favorite mascara. I just pick a random mascara and use it on my eyelashes. So this one is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, and it's mascara and it's fine. And to be fair, hello? Who is it? Hi Eddie. I'm in Mum's bathroom. Yeah? Okay, yeah, we're gonna leave right now. Okay. Are you gonna come or not? Okay. Can you say we'll be there, we're gonna leave now, it'll take us 40 minutes to get there. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. Huh? Okay, sweetie, thank you. Yeah, this is a clump crusher, and to be fair, it doesn't give you clumps, so I guess. Yeah! Do you have my toothbrush? Yes! So yeah, if I don't do black, I'll probably just keep doing blonde, or I want to do pink but all over, I think. Bit nervous to do that, but I think I do want to do it. I found this picture of Kate Moss. I love this hair color. This is so cute. So if I can achieve this color, I think I'll do that. I'm not saying I don't want to be blonde anymore, but I'm definitely wanting to sort of maybe experiment a bit because, you know, I have so many years ahead of me, hopefully. Again, fingers crossed, don't want to jinx that. And am I going to be blonde forever? I mean, maybe, but also like, wouldn't mind trying some other stuff. I just realized that I just did the exact same makeup I did last time and I didn't put any color in my eyes. On my eyes. I just, why didn't I do that? That was silly. I was genuinely planning on doing something different. Okay, well, it's okay. Oh, actually, yesterday, I was driving, a few days ago, I was driving through this area called Kentish Town, which is kind of where I grew up. And they have a lot of there's Kentish Town High Street, which is like the big street with all the shops on. And when I grew up there was like kind of nothing very interesting on that street. There was like a Whole Foods kind of shop. There was like a pound stretcher, which is kind of like a 99-cent store kind of thing. There was a lot of like kebab stores, and there was a lot of like charity shops and like hardware stores. So there were a couple things that you go to. Maybe there was like a Nando's or something, I can't remember. But recently, it's really been like, you know, getting a bit interesting, and it's opening kind of interesting restaurants and stores, and definitely a lot of charity shops, but like kind of cool ones. There's like a ramen place there now. There's like a proper nice like pizza place. What else is there that's open? There's like really cute cafes that I never really had. One thing that they open, I think they opened kind of recently, is it's called London's Social Pottery London, I think. And in America, we have this thing called Color Me Mine. I'm sure some of you have been. I've been. It's fun. And basically, they have ready-made pottery that they make in the store, and then you can paint it, and you get like 2 hours to like, you know, like buy the blank pottery, whatever it is, and then they like give you paints and stuff, and you, yeah, paint on it. And then you leave it with them when you're finished, and they glaze it and put it in the kiln, and then you like pick it up. I drove past it the other day and it looks so cool because it was huge, first of all, and it had all the kilns and stuff in the front, and you could like see the people like making the pottery. Initially I thought that you could go in and make your own pottery, but you cannot do that. But anyway, I told my mum about it and she was like, oh my god, I was told about this place, it's amazing, like we should go. And that is an example of something that when I was like drinking and doing drugs, I would never do. I wouldn't even notice it being there, but I would also just never like think to like make an appointment and go with my mom to like paint pottery. That sounded like something, yeah, that I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be feeling well enough to do it. It wouldn't interest me, like I wouldn't do that. So anyway, me and my mom made an appointment to go, and it was so fun. So I actually did that yesterday. That's another thing that I did to, like, you know, a little creative, took me out of the house. Definitely wasn't work. Wouldn't consider that work at all, but you know, that's just like something interesting that I did. And I made a vase, I don't know how you say it, and I'm gonna like give it to my mom, just leave it here. I drew a little bot on it and then like a little front on the front, but that was really fun. So that is what I did yesterday, and that's all I did yesterday, and that was totally fine. So that was like a really nice little activity. So if you're looking for anything to do, they have these places like all around the world. Like Color Me Mine is in America, and Social London Pottery is in London. So if you are in London, you should definitely go because they're really, really nice there. At the end, they basically, I think you get 2 hours but we also like lost track of time completely, and so we were like working like the woman came, she was like 20 minutes left, and we were like fuck, like doing it so fast, and she kept coming to our table being like, okay, you have to clean up now, like you have to finish, and we were just like, oh my god, like rushing, and I was like, oh my god. Anyway, the woman came up to us and she was like, listen, like I'll give you an extra 20 minutes, just like leave at 7, but like you have to leave at 7, which was really, really nice of her. She definitely didn't have to do that. She definitely could have just been like, literally get out of my shop, but she was really sweet. So yeah, I'm excited to get that back and see what it looks like. And yeah, okay, I really have to jump. I realized I didn't talk about anything really today, just sort of chats. I have to do some lipstick. Well, lipstick is really annoying because I take it with me everywhere I go, so it's like never in my makeup bag. Okay, lip liner. I'm just gonna do like, again, I just do a super, I go always a bit too hard on the lip liner, but I basically just line my lips and then I'll put like a lip balm or something and just sort of smudge it in. And this is Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk. And I basically, sometimes I go a bit pinker, but I do like lip liners that are just like basically my lips, but like maybe slightly darker, and this one's perfect. Also, if you find it hard to line your lips, I always think that when you're doing the top, it's actually easier to go from the bottom and like pull the pencil up instead of pulling it down. I always find that like kind of misshapens my lip. That is a really nice colour. So I literally just do that. Okay, look nice. Like the bottoms. I didn't wash my hair today, so I don't want to put too much product in it. I find if I put like product in my hair when it's wet, like I can put like so much in and it's fine, but if I put too much on when it's dry, it just kind of has the tendency to go quite greasy. Okay guys, sorry that this was like a little bit of a random video. I didn't really talk about anything in particular, but just want to get, you know, catch you guys up, keep you in the loop. Let me know if you like my get ready with me videos or if they're so boring, and then I'll probably keep making them anyway because I like them, but just, you know, let me know. And yeah, love you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Really helpful, and you know, you get updates and you can know when I posted and all of that. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I do my makeup. I really like your company, so I appreciate you hanging around. And I will see you very soon. Love you.